Hey guys, what is up? How's it going? This is Easy Things to Draw, and I'm Enrique. Hello. Basically, this is the painting process of something I did for a beer art show. Beer art show. I'm painting a growler. A growler is one of those like kind of jug things. They kind of have like moonshine you see in cartoons. And basically, we had to paint it. And for this cool little art show, and actually I haven't even picked it up at all. This is like a few weeks ago, and I have not picked up the growler, and you know, I might not be able to pick it up anymore, to be honest. But I should really go get that. Anywho, I recorded part of my process here, not the whole thing. I don't really know how to record everything. You know, because I use my iPhone, so I don't really know how to record everything without taking up all the space. So I just, you know, turn the camera on and off a little bit here and there. So my idea was to do kind of a Jaws theme on this growler, and I was going to do 3 shapes coming upward. It was going to be the regular Jaws shape. It was going to be a hammerhead shark, and it was going to be a sandworm. Right? I mean, that one makes no sense at all. The sandworm one makes no sense whatsoever. But I was thinking of that movie Tremors from the 1990s, and I thought that would be the kind of coolest thing to do. So I just picked it. Who cares, right? Might as well do it. Painting with acrylic right now. Acrylic paint on glass, right, is I guess a typical thing. I've never painted on glass. This is the first time I think I've ever painted on glass. It's pretty much what I expected. I had to kind of layer the paint a lot, let it dry, and then paint over it. And then if I nick it, you know, like if you nick it with my, I don't know, pants pocket or something like that, if it touches anything, the paint just comes right off, you know? Not like right off like liquidy, but right off as in it chips really easily because it's not holding it. I don't know if I had to, maybe I should have primered it or something, but, you know, it is what it is. And so basically I'm doing in the lay-in, you know, and I'm doing that lay-in part with the paint itself. I paint in very sloppily. So because I know I can paint over it. There's a security level with using acrylic because you know you can paint right over any mistake almost. I mean, it takes a lot to pile on, like, and layer this stuff to the point where it's unfixable. So I felt pretty safe, and yeah, so I got pretty cocky with that. Here's the next stage, in which I take a kind of the same. I believe I took the same blue but threw white in it, or no, I took a different blue. And I threw white in it, and I wanted to make it lighter, to make it pop out from the background water. And this is the typical Jaws pose that I'm looking at. And don't mind Lyndon back there, by the way. This is, I ended up filming this in my room while we were doing a work session. You know, he's drawing his own thing, and I'm drawing mine. And we got TV going. So ignore him. Ignore him, guys. Try to ignore him. And, yeah. This is, you know, pretty much just layering the whites on here. You know, I think there's like some nicks in there too that I could eventually have to cover up. A lot of it's kind of going back after the fact and covering up a lot of these areas that, you know, the paint didn't take well too. So, yeah. So this is the shark at a higher stage. I threw almost a white on the top of this, and excuse me, I threw like almost a white, see, to kind of like, because I knew the sunlight's gonna come from above, and I threw a line on the outside of it to kind of separate it from the background, to make it come forward a little bit. I threw that extra white line there. I thought that kind of adds to it. That's like a thing I do a lot. So this is the shape of the hammerhead I'm about to put in. And I threw it in there, same thing, lay-in line. I wanted the placement first. I should almost make like a little sticker that says placement first, because that's pretty much, you know, everything placement first, you know. Pretty much telling everybody that. I throw in a color. I wanted to use some different color-wise, so I used kind of this pinkish, orangish right there. Mix that. Did almost the exact same process, and pretty much made a hammerhead, which kind of looks like an alien, but I think it might come off as a hammerhead well enough. There's a little bit more of a close-up shot of that. It's kind of blurry. this particular shot. That one's closer. And I believe it's done. I threw that same white line on the outside of it to separate it, as you can tell. Kept the same light source. I wanted to make it seem like it's the same universe. It's related. You know, it's on the other side of the bottle, really. So, and then that would be back to the first side. Close up of the first side. And let's start that last side here. It's gonna be the Sandworm. Sandworm. It's also, it might look the least animalistic, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to find. I also used purple on it. I thought the blue, orange, and purple I thought would kind of go well. These are different stages and throwing in highlights. I throw in all these things as a mess first, and then I start sharpening these things, kind of like a blurred photo, and I start sharpening the painting. And this is Lyndon's idea. I throw a little shape up there to make it more graphic, a completely graphic boat on the top there, so it'll stand out a lot more. And that's the finished Sandworm. Anyways, that's the finished bottle, guys. I just thought it might be a little bit interesting to check out some kind of a different project I was working on. So please leave feedback below. Like the video if you did enjoy just kind of like checking out what I do, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.